we cannot invest without the poor. For investing. And I tell you, no, you are poor because you're not investing. If you want to not to be poor, you must invest. Because investors normally, if they're not totally stupid, they have money. In their pocket there is money. If you always spend, then you will be poor when the prices go up. So we have to think about how we can organize investment, especially for universities. Because then you can show your students modern technology, you can explain that this is an investment, money will come back, and you can use this as a kind of reality lab. With my friend Abel Tobias, we're discussing a university place in Congo. The new university should be the most modern university in Africa. This is a university designed to be carbon neutral, designed to be a power plant. It's biogas, solar energy, water energy. Of renewables to power an economy like Germany, the fourth biggest economy in the world. Yeah? And even if you have all the renewables running, we still have situations where we need to come up with auxiliary technologies. So we have to mix a lot of different technologies: solar, wind, biomass, water, geothermal, and also synthetic fuels. You have to get a 100% power and heat supply for 24/7 all year round. So we have to mix technologies and make them a system working together. Not just burning oil, burning nuclear, burning gas. This is history. Now we have to get up in the morning and say, oh, sun is shining, perfect day, a lot of solar energy. Or the windy day, perfect, a lot of wind. Or if a windy, sunny day, we must have a mixture between. Our batteries can be loaded. In the night we'll have a battery supplied economy. This is something now we are learning. We are learning to use what we are offered by our ecosystem. The last 50 years we were just taking oil from our friends in Arab countries and from our no longer friend Putin in Russia. He's not our friend anymore, he's an aggressor, killing thousands of innocent people, so we cannot take gas and oil from him anymore. Big cut. This was a shock. Yeah? The Ukraine war was a shock for us because gas, we realized we don't have gas. So if we use gas, yeah, we must be sure it's always there. That's now we think about making our own gas, synthetic gas, biogas. European Union supports us. European Union supports everyone in the room. There's a European Green Deal with a lot of billions of euros for people coming up with innovative ideas for turning the economy to sustainability. The European Investment Bank is offering a lot of money for countries, companies, change their methods. Many people don't know, but during this week we can show you a lot of examples for this. Back to our campus, we try to package this knowledge and these opportunities and send it to our students in many different educational parts, like for our engineers, for our lawyers, for our economists. In many different study programs. I think it's not so interesting to see this now. Let's focus on the campus. Why I think it's so interesting for you to be here. This campus was actually a very dirty place 30 years ago. It was an abused place. American army built a hospital here. Yeah, they polluted the place. They destroyed the place. Yeah. So when they left, we had to clean up. We had the question was, are we really turning down everything and are we leaving the place, or are we reusing the place, showing that we can make a development on a dirty place becoming a very clean, a very modern place. And we voted for the second option. We said, okay, we want to show that we can turn a dirty place into a very green environment sustainability. It took us a lot of money at this time to refurbish the buildings, to clean up all the pollution the American Army left for us. See, it was looked like this. Then when the army was spent like this, and then today it looks like this. Of course, Rio de Janeiro 1992 was important for our decision. 1992, the international community decided sustainable development should be our development paradigm for all. They decided it, they voted on it, and they forgot it. We did not forget, so we said, okay, we want to use their ideas and turn it into a new place. This place, now we see, of course, the rooftops are blue because the rooftop should not only be a rooftop, it should also be a power plant. Rooftops can be power plants, with PV, for example. And because of this history and what we are doing technically, we are awarded a lot of awards. The most important one is that in the Green Metric ranking, among more than 1,000 universities all over the world, we are number 1 for Germany, number 6 in the world. Number 6 because the first 5, I think they're all cheating. This was a joke. No, we are also hosting our sustainable development network for Germany here. So we are doing a lot of things in sustainability issues, but physically we are really sustainable because our buildings are reused, recycled. We are carbon neutral. We are always supplying with renewable energies, day and night, 24/7. And our metabolism is carbon negative. So when you are staying at the campus, and some of you are staying at our hotel, your carbon meter is running backwards. When you go home, you have a certain amount of carbon you can emit by whatever you want to do, nonsense things. So here you're carbon negative. And I want to show you how this is ranked. These are the universities in front of us. There are actually 2 UK, 2 Netherlands universities, and 1 American university. I know Wageningen is really a good university place, also a good place to visit. The other ones I'm not so sure about. And you see total score and what is the criteria to become a very green sustainable campus. This is, for example, the infrastructure, the setup, the buildings, then the energy, then the wastewater, transportation, and how you integrate sustainability into your basic educational program. Every university in the world is having a sustainability program. It's an add-on to the normal bullshit they're teaching. They add some sustainability. This is not what we mean. Sustainability should be part of all our teaching. Should be an integral part of teaching, like academic standards, scientific work. And this is what we are trying to do here. We can be better, but we are at least trying hard to really make it a kind of DNA of our teaching. So this is a percentage for the different categories. Of course, energy is a very important thing here. We are performing the best because we are carbon neutral. In waste we can become better. In water we are very good. I will explain to you later why. Transportation, we have some issues because we are rural campus. Many people have no choice and commuting with car. Education, we are good, can become better, and infrastructure, we are good because we are a refurbished, reused, depreciated building. Many universities taking part. So those universities here today, new friends, new partners, we warmly invite you to join the Green Metric ranking, to join our network, and then we can assist you in climbing up the ranking ladder to become top performers for your country and maybe later for your continent, and then maybe internationally. It helps you to think about university, it helps your colleagues and students to do their master thesis, bachelor thesis, PhDs on their own university. Changing, yeah, being part of a change, studying and being part of a change. Well, the campus, I talked about it a lot. We have a 100% renewable energy heat supply based on waste wood which is collected around in this region, which normally would be thrown away. We take it, put it in a technology, burn it, produce steam, and with the steam we run a turbine, the turbine produces electricity. And excess heat we're using for heating and cooling the campus. We also have, of course, photovoltaics. We have a geothermal technology. You will see this later on after this little speech. You will go on a campus tour with my stuff. And we have a high energy efficiency standard. This building here is a net power production building. This building is producing more energy throughout the years than it's consuming. And if you want to go for 100% renewables in Germany, we need these buildings. We need to build buildings producing more energy than they're consuming. Then it's getting easy for the power suppliers to supply the remaining amount of energy. Of course, our rooftops are blue, a different kind of solar system installed, thin and thick layers. We have different orientations, south, southwest, east, to show how we can use rooftops the best way. We have solar energy on the facades. Yeah, this is architecturally interesting, but it's also interesting for getting new additional potentials for producing energy, especially in winter times when the solar radiation is quite, the angle is quite low. Yeah, then we have a nice yield with this PV systems. And from an internal point of view, it's a nice shading. It can be really, from a design point of view, really interesting. Of course, useless places like roundabouts, you can use for producing solar powered electricity. This is a two-angle organized PV tracker, so following the sun, and we're using this roundabout for producing electricity. This is a little industrial park. This park was developed because this university, you see the old picture, the university asked for energy, for heat, cold and electricity. And 25 years ago, local politicians decided this energy should be renewable, not fossil. So very, very visionary politicians and said, okay, what kind of energy do we have which are reliable and easily available? Then it's like our waste, our kitchen waste, our waste wood, it's always there. We're producing this organic waste always. So instead of exporting it to Italy or Eastern Germany or to other places in the world, we keep it here. We keep it in our county. We build technology and we transform this so-called waste into heat, cold, electricity and fertilizer. And this is what has been going on for the last 25 years. Education by offering things they're not expecting to see, like carbon neutral holiday places, carbon neutral tourist hotels. So MFM, Material for Management, helps to understand the transformation towards resilient, sustainable societies. MFM is also a tool to operationalize circular economy.
In the daytime, we have substantial amount of light whenever we want. The normal light should be observed. And this one is actually disconnected. So this is the solar thermal unit. and we were using it with the vape absorption chiller in the summer for cooling and also
This is the green campus, the fourth best green campus university in the world. The fourth and the fifth. It is in Germany. And today is a beautiful day, the 9th of September, October 2023. Germany. Wonderful university.
we have different some inclined, not inclined, mounted. So the reason is actually we are testing different angles because in Germany we have very low angle sunlight. So this is actually, that part is not ideally orientation or ideal orientation for the sunlight. Normally it has to be inclined towards southern. And normally, in general, if you are doing a PV project in Germany or in the northern hemisphere, it has to be always south facing, and inclined to the highest possible inclination, because then you have a direct sunlight to the panels and then you generate more from the same capacity. So in Germany we are considering it too much because we have very low amount of sunlight, and we have like full sunlight is available during like 5 to 4 maximum month, because then we have a gloomy weather. But if you are doing it in a African region or more closer to the equator, then it's fine because it doesn't change that much. Even in Morocco, when we have tried different angles, but it's ideally not that much different. So this one is normally connected to the vape absorption chiller mainly for cooling in the summer, but now it is under maintenance for longer time. I don't know how long it will take to
Cooling or heating?
cooling. Yeah, we are cooling from the solar thermal and heat in the summer. Yeah, we can. I'll show the vape absorption chiller, and also part of is going for hot water. Yeah.
What kind of fluid?
And the solar thermal system are under maintenance. And this is the one we were using to generate heat, generate cold or cooling from the heating. Okay, so if you are remember, I will show you again. There are 3 tubes in the front of that side. So that is our geothermal heating system. I can show the tunnel. So this one is connected with that as well. So what we are doing is, for example, now we are around 3-4 meters below the ground. So in the winter we have like minus temperatures. In here the temperature is almost constant. So the in here that might it's a little warm. So at that time we are using that difference to heat internally. And in the summer, top is higher, is around 30, 32, and below is again the same temperature, but the delta temperature is the other way. So we are using the same system in the summer for cooling, and also the solar thermal and whatever the heat remaining is coming here, and it is also generating cooling. So this is our main, I would say, the heating and ventilation system. So that is the main. What?
It's a complete factory.
Yeah. So this is the main air handling unit for the campus. And in there we have this kind of rotational heat recovery systems. So it is rotating in a small manner. So one, the top half or the bottom half is for air out, and the other part is for air in. So depending on the set temperature, what it can do is it can either collect or extract a certain amount of heat from the outlet air. So because when you are cooling the room or heating the room, you have the body heat. It's also trapping the air out. system, or it can soak or extract depending on the temperature what we can do, what we want. So this is the main air handling unit, and all the pipes are for different
For heating all your rooms.
heating and cooling,
All your rooms.
all the campus.
All the
Yeah.
campuses. Okay.
And in different labs and some other places they have separate air handling units or like small air conditioning units depending on the requirement they want.
Okay.
Like some labs they have some different they want different standards and they want different specific parameters to be built, so that then they are using
Okay, Mr. Navoda,
Yeah.
who is operating this? I mean, if it is functional or is operational,
this one.
who in charge of operating this? Is the personnel of university, or you have other?
No, this one we have our own maintenance department,
Okay.
but this one everything is automated.
Automated. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
so
there
they
is no
are
crew for.
they are just monitoring
Uh-huh.
and they are just regulating. But there is a person 24/7 assigned here, but
Mhm.
sometimes he's not even here. They can monitor everything remotely,
Yeah.
and then they are at.
You mean from the
point
company, from the
No,
the
this is-
manufacturer?
No, there is a main. I mean, of course, the company also helping us, but
Okay.
there is a different person for maintenance of the campus, all the
Okay,
systems.
great,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
A set of people actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
And actually, this air handling unit is built like the Howarth. That is one of the professors in our campus. He is the one who designed this entire system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Designed by the professor of the university here.
Yes, and he has the company as well.
Oh, he
Yeah,
has a,
that Howarth.
a professor with the company designed this thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he is like focusing on a very niche market, and he has like every year he's taking like 5 to 6 patents, and he has like efficient cooling systems, heating systems, and these things can be coupled with different heating and cooling technologies. And here we are also using evaporative cooling. You can see from there are some small nozzles, the blue nozzles.
Yeah.
It is a practice to use like spraying certain amount of air to the intake air, so then it's cooled down.
Okay.
So it is a good practice for the countries where you don't have a water problem, because evaporative cooling is concerned a little bit of water. And also we are talking a lot about humidification and dehumidification, because in Germany we have low humidity. So when you are cooling or heating, depending on that, you have to either humidify or dehumidify. For example, in African countries, you have high humidities. That's why you sometimes smell like bad smells in the air-conditioned rooms, and sometimes it's not pleasant because you don't control the humidity. What's happened is, like, let's say you have 70 or 80% humidity outside, and you take that air and you cool down. And then what will happen, the dew point goes up, and then it is 100% moisture, which will eventually, you can see some water is coming from the air conditions, and some molds are growing on the wall. So that is the reason of not dehumidifying. Then in here also we have the same problem. If we are not controlling it, we have molds growing internally, and it is not good for the structure. And if it is a library, you need a different humidification. But in general, in Germany, we consider 45-50% is the ideal relative humidity. If you are going above or below, then we have to control it. Otherwise, it is not good for the equipment, furniture, everything.
Okay.
So these are some of the things.
And the water, what type of water are you using for this? Is it the rainwater or water?
This can be, this is coupled. Normally we are using the grid water, the normal water, while we are coming from the normal pipeline. But whenever we have excess from the rainwater, I will show that. The rainwater is
And
also
then do you
connected.
do water quality to the course? You need quality water for this absorption change.
Yes, the UV filtration. And yeah. This is the rainwater part. And this storage tanks are for hot water, and it is connected with the air handling unit as well as the chiller, or absorption chiller. So depending on if it has enough heating, it will take from there. So that's why there are a lot of tubes, and you can see a lot of gauges and controls. And the insulation also in Germany is a big part. You can see everything is insulated because during the way here to the other corner of the building, like 20% is lost, 20% makes sense. So that's why the insulation also involved here. And water is, if we are taking it not for washing but for like internal use like equipment, then there's a UV filtration system. Yeah. And also, sometimes we need a lot of heating. For example, winter time, the heating which we are getting from the geothermal system is not enough. Then the company I showed you, there is a heating network coming here, and we are taking from them if necessary, because it's like a contingency. So I will show you the tunnel, the geothermal.
So for the geothermal system, do you have a geothermal well? Geothermal system.
Oh, okay.
Do you have geothermal system you
Yeah.
have here? Do you have geothermal well?
No, we are using the air temperature only. That end is the 3 tubes that you saw outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
From up there to here.
The end is the 3 tubes. So whenever we want, or normally it's automated, and it takes air from the ducts and it's going through this tunnel.
Yeah.
So depending on the temperature difference, either it is cold or hot, we are using it as necessary with the air handling unit. Yeah, because in this part the temperature is almost constant during the entire year. Yeah.
So I have a question to you.
Yeah.
If we want to make our university zero, our net zero,
Yeah.
do we have to have all this investment, or is this because also you are?
You have
Is it
golden
research?
climate here.
Because again, it's I mean, if you want to go for net zero, for
Yes.
example, if you are doing it in a country like Sri Lanka or India or Africa, which is near to the equator, then you can do it alone with PV. And you can put all the heating and cooling demand from the PV electricity, because it's coming from free. But in here, as I told you, if you take a country like Ivory Coast or Morocco, Tanzania, we have higher specific annual yields for PV. It's around 1,600 kilowatt hours per kilowatt peak per year. So if you put 1 kilowatt peak on top of your rooftop, you get around 1,600, somewhere around that. But in Germany, it's around 900. Why? Because we don't have sunlight during the entire year, and we have other inclination problems and so on. So that's why we are trying to tap all the possible other sources to increase our energy dependency or independency, so that we are not relying on the other markets or outside. So if the same system of this PV system is in Ivory Coast, you can get double. So in that case, it's again, we have to tap all the potentials, of course, but it's a balance. Yeah. So in here, that's why we are trying to tap all the possibilities what we can have. Yeah. And heating is a big issue here.
for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a heavy deployment. A very big investment.
So the air is coming from those pipes here.
Yeah.
These are the ducts that are bringing air to the underground. Here. These things here. Okay. So it sucks in the air to the underground to balance the air down there. That's it. It's a beautiful day in a green campus in Germany. It is the 9th of October 2023. Greetings from Germany.
So it is not fast enough. So in Germany they are promoting these kind of carports everywhere.
Yeah.
And if you are want to drive an electric vehicle to Berlin, you have the option, and there are a lot of places there which they provide fast charging. And here we have regular charging. That means normally it will take like 2 hours, 3 hours for the full charge. But charger like this hypercharge is like 20 minutes maximum for 80%, and then you are good to go. And electricity is coming from PV, but when you are planning a carport or like a e-mobility center, you have to connect it to the grid as well, because sometimes the electricity is not enough, so then you have to maintain the internal grid into a stable mode.
Which is quite
Yeah.
important
Yeah.
statement.
And there are off-grid carports, and how they are doing is they are using the connected cars as a frequency reserve. So in Germany it's also big discussion these days, because normally the cars are stationary for like 60-70% of the time. They are not moving. So if we are generating electricity and if we are stored it, we again have a problem of discharge and charging losses. Okay. So when you are planning something like that, we have to consider these things. So what the people are doing, like if they have like 100-200 car fleets, they are using it as a demand side response. So whenever you have a demand for the external grid, your batteries are capable of providing that, because now the electric cars can charge and also reverse charge. Yeah.
Okay.
So first it was called plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, so you can power your house from the car as well. It's like a small generator, like a battery one. So in here, if you have like 100 or like even 10 is possible if you are having a mini grid. But if you are in a larger system, they are called medium and automated frequency reserves. So it is working as a big battery system. So houses and everybody can power up whenever necessary. Normally they are not getting paid for the electricity units, but as a capacity reserve. Because when we consider the losses and charging and discharging all the things, it is not profitable as to sell electricity from a battery in the vehicle. But the main part is that it is there as a reserve whenever to use as an emergency, like for example, like coal power plants. They have a very low ramping power. That means when you need lot of power in fast, they can't run. They are like elephants. They can push lot of things, but they are slow. So that's why a lot of countries they are using diesel and these kind of things. So their ramping power is very fast. So whenever you switch it on, you are getting the power. So in such situations, the electric cars can work as a frequency reserve. So it's called the demand side response. So this is our last spot, and then now Juliana will take you to the Mensa for the lunch, and then they are going for the Secura. I will meet you there. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Electric cars are charged here. Wow. All these super beautiful cars are charged here. Why not? Wow, man. Hypercharger, man. There we go. come and charge your car here. Why not do it in Tanzania or in Ghana? Do it in Ghana, man.
Yes, we do in Ghana.
Go for it.
Do it.
Go for it. That's a supercharger. And the other one here is a normal charger. This smaller one. Here. I should not touch someone's car here and make noise. I'll be in trouble. Anyway, it's a green campus in Germany. It's a university campus here in Germany. Umwelt campus. We are visiting Germany today and it's a beautiful day. Wonderful. Thank you, Lord.
Here. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jacqueline Martinez. I'm International Project Manager of IFAS. I'm working in IFAS since 2004. And as Leah told you, today we will see the energy landscape in Moorbach. This is our first stop. And then we will have a lunch together. And in the afternoon, we will go to a treatment facility of municipal solid waste. And so with us is also Jan. You cannot see him, but he will introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Jan. I'm relatively new project manager. I'm working here since May in the field of carbon accounting and financing. And today I will also be your guide.
Okay, thank you.
And we have also Gael.
Yes, what about Gael?
Gael, you can introduce please yourself.
So good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I hope you all understand what I'm saying because my English is like A1. I'm also project manager at IFAS and also maybe young like Jan. And my expertise is about street lighting and energy efficiency and also photovoltaic energy. PV systems. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
So, but not only we want to introduce ourselves, and we thought it might be a good idea if you are going to introduce yourself, but not person by person, because I think so not that much time is left until we arrive. So we thought it would be nice when you introduce you by your country. And on our ride from the energy landscape to our lunch, we will maybe, or you are going to introduce yourself a little bit more and tell a bit more about your project and why are you here and what are your expertise and everything. So now I'm going to read down all of the countries who are with us in the bus, and I would like to stand up from all the people from the country I'm going to tell, so that everyone knows who is from which country. And yeah, first of all we have Ghana. Who's from Ghana? Ghana, yes.
Rockstar.
Second, I have Colombia on my list. Who's from Colombia? Even our nice Jacqueline is from Colombia. So second, I've got Tanzania.
Yeah. Tanzania!
Then I have Uganda. China. Morocco.
Yeah.
Morocco. Nice. Taiwan. Also on the back. Cameroon. Cameroon. So, Angola. Last row, perfect. Switzerland. Switzerland one. And Ivory Coast.
Yeah, we're here.
Nice. Here? So, perfect timing. We arrived, guys. Yeah.
And South Africa.
South Africa, I forgot. I'm so sorry. Who's from South Africa?
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, and with our little introduction, we are going on our ride to lunch. So you can make a little bit effort in what you want to tell the people about your projects in like really short sentence, maybe 2 to 5, so that you can introduce yourself a little bit better and come into touch during lunch or dinner.
Thank you. visiting the wind turbine, as big as it is, this thing is huge. These are spectators from around the world on this German technology, wind turbine. Let's go here and get a one. It's big, yeah. It produces a lot of power here in megawatts.
Blatt abbrechen würde, weil man bekommt dann an der Rotorspitze in der Größenordnung eine Geschwindigkeit von ca. 250 Stundenkilometer. Kann man sich ausrechnen, wie groß die Gefahr wäre, dass so ein Rotorblatt abbrechen kann.
So when you start the unit, the wings will start to rotate with velocity of 3,4 Meter pro Sekunde.
3 Meter?
3 meters per second. And if it runs in an optimal velocity, you will have 14 meters per second. But you have like a limit, so it's limited with a sensor. When the velocity reaches a value of 30 meters per second, the unit stops because of safety reasons. So when you reach this velocity of 30 meters per second, you get the velocity in the highest point of the highest wing from like 250 kilometer per hour. And in the worst case, you will lose the wing and it would be really catastrophic.
Wie gesagt, die Anlagen werden über den Sensor gesteuert. Man kann 30 Meter pro Sekunde. Werden die Rotorblätter so gedreht, der Wind geht vorbei und die Anlage bleibt stehen. Die Rotorblätter können sich immer in der Richtung drehen.
Aber nicht in der?
Nein, okay. Immer nur von der Achse, wo das Rotorblatt angeschraubt ist, immer nur so.
Okay. So the sensor or the safety sensor works in this way that the wings of the turbine can only rotate themselves in one direction. This is this one. And if the wind reaches a velocity higher of the 30 meters per second, the wings start to turn in the opposite direction. And so the sensor knows, okay, now it's over and we are limited, and switch off the wings.
Diese Anlagen sind ausgestattet, die Windanlagen nur von außen zu besichtigen und nicht von innen.
So I know this is really impressive to you, and if you ask me if it's possible to enter and go inside, yes. But I'm sorry, it's not. So, but I can give you, I can give you a little description how it looks inside. So you see the first red mark here, and from here the bottom to this first mark, you will have a ladder you have to climb, and after this red mark, you get an elevator, where you get to another point, and from this another, wo ist denn dieser Punkt nach dem Aufzug? Hier in die, also wenn der Aufzug weiter
oben, wo die Verjüngung nochmal ist, wo es dünner wird, da ist wieder eine Leiter und der Mittelstück ist ein Aufzug.
Genau. So like I said, from the red mark to the point where it gets thinner, you will go with the elevator, and after that you have again to climb a ladder to get in the top of the point from the wind turbine, and inside the wind turbine you find a really complex system which controls the wind turbine, and it would be too dangerous for us to get inside. So sadly it's not allowed to go inside. I'm sorry.
Okay, can we know just the dimensions?
Yeah, but you can estimate it first.
You can tell us.
Yeah, tell us. What do you think?
10 meters.
Wir werden versuchen zu sagen, wie hoch es ist.
Ja.
What is that?
10.
So,
10 by 200. 100.
200. Who gets more?
100 meter for the support and 30 meter.
What do you think?
150.
Yeah, 150. Yeah.
You?
And then how much power is produced? Please, let's get that.
We explain it for the.
300.
Wie viel waren das? 200.
Narbenhöhe, also wo das Rotor, die Narbe vom Rotorblatt ist,
Ganz rote Blatt ist die
wo der dicke Punkt da ist.
oben.
Ja, da ist 156 Meter
Ja,
und Rotorspitze, Ende von Rotor 235.
Also, the total.
Height.
Until the rope is 235 meters.
235. Yeah.
56 Mitte.
56. 235 ist ganz bis die Spitze.
235. Diameter is what? 10.
Hier, 4,2 Meter.
And the payback
Nee, da kann man jetzt bei den Anlagen nicht auslesen, weil man da circa
2.5 million euro.
And how long is the payback period?
Effect von den Payback-Period.
2.5 million euros.
Den Return of the
Yeah.
investment.
Billion ton or so plus.
Also bis wann es wieder Gewinne haben.
Oh, yo. Hii kitu kipata hii.
Also die Abschreibung von den Betreibern ist in der Regel auf 20 Jahre eingelegt. Und nach 20 Jahren soll man, wenn möglich, neu machen. Und das war hier der Fall. Mit den Anlagen, die waren 19 Jahre alt und dann hat man die genutzt, weil man nicht wusste, weil der erste Betreiber, Juvi, hat ja mittlerweile Insolvenz angemeldet. Jetzt hätte es können sein, wenn die jetzt keine...
So you have a payback period of 20 years, but after 20 years you have like some technical issues which needs to be fixed, and so your plant also gets older, and so then the best way to get more, or the efficient way, is to through empowering. So you just build a new plant. Yeah.
This is like they make with the old
And they destroy the
remove it.
Yeah, they remove it, but in a,
throw it.
wo würden die entsorgt, die alte Anlage?
Oder was machen mit den
Die alten Anlagen, das ist das Kuriose dabei, die wurden hier abgebaut, wurden wieder an anderer Stelle aufgebaut.
They don't throw it away, they just remove it here and build it up on another place in the east of Germany.
After the fixing something, after when you remove and then
in other place.
Like they recycle.
you do what before renewing, before using again.
Sorry?
When you remove it here and you put it in another
After
place,
20 years.
after 20 years, do you do something before?
No.
The plan stays here. The plan is
Il démonte. Il faut remonter ailleurs. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a comme travaux intermédiaires? Rénovation mécanique.
this is the decision of the operator. Also the operator take the plant here and they use it again in other place. This is not this is a new. This is in own of the operator. Also they use again in other city. For example, they sell again the plant. They can use it.
And concerning the
Diameter and the height.
The height is 235.
235 meters. This is the height. And the
diameter will be changing.
35.
Die 156 Narbenhöhe, dann die Differenz zu 235. Das ist ein Rotor.
Den Durchmesser von hier und von den Rotor.
Der Durchmesser ist 90, 180 Meter.
180 meters diameter of length.
Yeah, so this the blade is 180 meters, the diameter, and the height is 235. And this base here, the dam,
Wir sehen nachher auch ein Rotorblatt, das man mal anschaulich am Boden installiert hat, um mal gucken, wie groß so ein Teil ist.
We will see it later.
Also von der Kreisfläche her, vom Boden, was ist der Durchmesser?
Ja, sagte ich ja.
Consumption. So you have total capacity of 4.2 megawatts, but the actually capacity which is produced now is not able to see in because this is locked and only you can open it with companies.
2.4 kilowatt. Megawatt.
Yeah, it's like the peak of capacity, but what it's produced now, we are not able to see. So you can see you have
2.4 megawatt hour.
4.2 megawatts.
4.2 megawatt hour.
That can run a city.
Can run a city like Gulu.
Gulu, yes. Run a city like Gulu.
Yes, sir. Oh, Arusha. Arusha and Gulu, hoy. Yeah. And the Vice Chancellor is following up here. And some other dignitaries, people are so active, happy, trying to learn and implement these projects in their countries. Let's go. Let's do it.
Why they not thought?
Unasema?
Sikujua kama hili jamaa ni kubwa namna hii.
Kama ni kubwa hivi. Kwa nini tusiweke dude kama hili moja hapo pale chuo cha Nelson Mandela pale? Kabisa. Kabisa. Yeah. You want to put something like that somewhere? Why not?
See the PV panels. They have different kind of PV panels here. So you have the, like I say, normal ones which have a dark surface, and there are another kind of PV panels with a clear surface. Die stehen wo? Die durchsichtigen stehen wo?
Hier.
So this one are the ones with the clear surface. And they are really suitable for you to maybe put it in your garden when you have like a cover over your garden. So then you can use both. You can use the PV energy and you can also heat up your garden with the sun. And they have a total capacity installed with all the PV panels here of 5.5 megawatt. And PV panels produce current. Direct current, sure. And it needs to be changed with a transformator, which you can see in this building here. So it changed from DC to AC, so that you can use it in the grid. So this is the main information about PV panel.
They have different systems. Some of them are test systems, so they install it here to know so like a
Because we really want to know if there is anything with them, some of them which is not working, for us to know, because it's like we.
They all want, do you mean? Or
Are they working, all of them?
Are they operational?
fragt, ob alle Anlagen arbeiten im Moment. Also, oder welche Probleme sie mit den Anlagen normalerweise gehabt haben.
Also mit der Photovoltaikanlage gibt es grundsätzlich keine Probleme. Es sei denn, wir haben ein starkes Unwetter über Hagelkörner in dem Ausmaß, dann kann so eine
So they run now all PV panels at the moment, and they're really easy to maintain. So you don't need to wash them or clean them anyway. So if you have, like in spring, a lot of flower dust or anything on the surface, you only need one time of rain and it's all washed away. So it's really, really good. And in fact, they are really easy to take care of and to maintain, and there's nothing which disturb the energy production. What can be a little bit problematic is when you have like a storm and you have really heavy rain and hail. Yeah.
Yes, this is a
This can
Crash
scratch the surface, and therefore you will have a little bit of problems. But yeah, in general, it's really easy to maintain.
Einzige Problem, sage ich, ist in unserer Region eigentlich nicht. Photovoltaikanlage, die braucht Sonne, aber wenn es dann zu heiß wird, heizen sich die Module zu stark auf.
Photovoltaic per se here in this region is really uncomplicated. What can be really complicated is when it gets too hot, maybe in really hot regions. At a specific point, the capacity goes down. So it's not the more sun you have, the more energy you produce. It's you have like a point where it's done and where the capacity sinks. So you need to be careful and just analyze what capacity your PV plants have and how they can produce energy under those conditions.
Wie gesagt, Photovoltaik sinnvoll. Man muss nur
That's how big it is. This. It's a beautiful day. The 10th of October 2023. We are in Germany here. Trier city. 1-2 hours from Frankfurt. They are doing this.
Die optimalen bekommen, aber die Anlagen sind außer Betrieb, die Quellmotoren sind defekt und da ist der Betreiber da nicht so sehr interessiert, die Anlagen wieder funktionsfähig zu machen. Das ist aber eine Anlage, die hat man als Testanlage gebaut, um mal Erfahrungswerte zu sammeln. Rechnet sich so eine Investition, dass die Anlage sich immer mit der Sonne dreht, weil das Ganze untergestellt kann man rechnen mit ca. 11.000, 12.000 Euro und die muss ich mir ja
We are in Germany here, the biogas plant where they are treating the solid wastes. Solid waste treatment plant. Hapo vipi profesa?
Tunauliza hapa. Hapa mfanyaje?
Ndio tuko penye profesa, tunataka kuona maajabu haya. Hii ni waste tu inakuwa inaenda umeme, mbolea, ndio. Everything is automatic here. Fantastic. Wameleta uchafu hivyo, huo ndio uchafu wenyewe. Hapo alishapiga pesa hapo. Pesa zinapigwa hapo, kazi inafanyika. Waste treatment plant in Germany. The 10th of October 2020. Process inaanzia hapa. Now this is the biogas. After all the processing, it comes to this level as a biogas processed. Wow.
Mbona hii wametumia concrete
Hii ni concrete.
Hii ni concrete.
Ay. Yeah. Wow. Biogas here. It's a biogas plant.
Two fermentation tube, also 45 grams Celsius, but for a little bit more gas we generate. So for the process we didn't need it, but it's better for the gas.
You mean
The second part, yes. But it's also a continuous process with heat and also mixed.
So after the intake will come to the distillation?
Yeah, one step between the little press we see, we go outside at the second floor. The little green press separates some fractions bigger than 2 millimeters. Also the name is plastic. Plastic is a problem, so we separate everything which is bigger than 2 millimeters. And then we pump it in the two big.
So
these are still
No, here's nothing more inside. Here's no gas. There's only storage for gas. Here's total material.
Sorry,
it's only for storage in the material. They have no process more inside.
What are you storing here? What are you storing?
Biogas.
Gas. Yes, then the grey copper, and the floor only the material which is here. The process is finito.
So the gas is produced here.
Gas is here, and we pump the gas here for storaging the gas.
Okay, so there's no gas produced.
No gas produced. Totally no gas. Okay. So, but we have to mix it because material which is totally fluid and some parts are not fluid, so they sink down.
Okay. So
and that's a problem.
What's the solid content in kind of this tank? What's the TS?
Yes, 19%.
Okay, so from here it's like 30%. And
Yeah.
after digest, it down to
19%.
Okay,
So it's also totally dry. Normally in German plants you have three fractions. There is also grob material, which goes by heat plant. You have compost, and you have fluid material. We have only this material, fluid. We pump it. It's also to the agriculture by it's a system. Yes, genau. And we have this grob material for heat plants. No compost. Yeah. And it starts normally in 10 minutes. So it's very loud here.
Prime time.
Big engine, 16 cylinders.
Very huge. For electricity here.
The heat is it's for electricity. Yeah, it's only for electricity. Heat is for us waste a little bit. Yeah. So we use it for our process, for our fermentation, for our social building, for our building where we sit in, but we don't sell it.
It's not a jump.
We can't generate money or people.
Gehen wir weiter? Wenn hier zu erklären, wir haben dadurch, dass wir hier diese Fruchtfraktion bekommen, die Erklärungslage haben wir eine Presse.
So this is the starting point. Let's go this way. Processing, and then the final process. Refined, ready to go to the farms. 10th of October 2023 in Germany.